The May 21st, 2018 meeting of the Environment and Public Works Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Baroth? Chairman Brew?
Here.
Ms. DeFlorio? Here. Mr. Flagler-Mitchell is excused. Mr. Holland? Here. Mr. Mafucci? Here. Mr. Wilt? Here.
Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who has not signed up to speak who would like to address the committee at this time? There is not. At this time, Rochelle Bell, Senior Environmental Planner, Planning and Development Department, will now give a brief overview of the 2019 through 2024 Capital Improvement Program as it pertains to the Environment and Public Works Committee. Ms. Bell?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. You all should have a copy of the County Executive's proposed 2019-2024 CIP. The Monroe County Planning Board reviewed the proposal, held a public information meeting, and prioritized budget year projects before this report being submitted to your honorable body. At the full legislature meeting in June, you'll set a public hearing for July, and then in July you'll vote on the plan. There are no funding approvals associated with taking action on this referral. There are 4 sections of the CIP pertinent to this committee: the airport and 3 divisions of the Department of Environmental Services. The airport and Pure Waters each count for 13% of the expenditure of funds in the CIP. The airport has a large program with 28 projects. Its program begins on page 23 of your CIP. The proposed program is almost 20% less than the adopted program, the 2018-2023 CIP. The state grant accelerated already scheduled projects and reduced future cost projections. One new project, Airport Safety and Security, is introduced to the CIP in 2020 and involves a technology update and new perimeter fence segments. Moving on to DES, the Pure Waters program begins on page 40. There are 6 projects in the Pure Waters CIP this year. 2 involve sizable district funding in the early years of the CIP. General improvements to the sanitary sewer system in 3 of the 4 Pure Waters districts will utilize already authorized financing in 2019, and then beginning in 2020, these projects will be funded with cash capital. Cash capital does not incur debt for the county. The Facilities Management Program begins on page 44. There are 8 building projects in the CIP, down from 11 last year. The only change with these 8 projects is for the addition of funding in 2024. And the Solid Waste Division is continuing the project they added to the CIP in 2016 to evaluate the facilities improvements needed, and that's discussed on page 48. I'll be happy to take questions when you get to this item on your agenda. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Bell. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. You have the April 23rd, 2018 minutes of the Environment and Public Works Committee before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. Next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk?
Referral 18-0153.
Moved by Legislature Wilt, seconded by Legislature DeFlorio. Is there any discussion? Legislator Baroth.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to the administration, you mentioned that there were, if I'm correct in my understanding, that in the Pure Waters Division there can be 6 programs that are they all cash capital or only some of them?
Yeah, right. Through the chair, excuse me, 3 of the projects, the Irondequoit Bay General Fund, the Northwest Quadrant General Fund, and GCO Sewer District General Collection System Fund. We're anticipating using cash capital, and actually we're using it in existing authorizations in 2018, and we're looking to use cash capital in 2019. So it's 3 of the projects.
3 of the 6, then. And thank you. And through the chair of the administration, in layman's terms, what is the source of the cash for the cash capital? Where's the funds coming from?
Through the chair, our operating budget, or I should say the operating budget of each of the respective districts.
Only those 3 districts, correct, through the chair?
Through the chair, that's correct.
Thank you. And so through the chair of the administration, effectively you're talking about the budget, the 2018 budget and the yet-to-be-approved 2019 budget, correct, through the chair?
The 2018 is already approved. Right. Correct. Through the chair, yes, that we're using existing authorizations for 2018,
Right.
Which were already approved, and we anticipate using them for 2019 as part of this CIP program before you.
Thank you. So finally, through the chair of the administration, should I anticipate that there's going to be a large increase in the operating budget in 2019, or do we anticipate that essentially it's going to be more or less the same as this past year, through the chair?
Mr. Chairman, the reduced debt service by not borrowing additional funds in 2018 and 2019 should allow for cash capital contributions in 2020 and beyond.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. And then finally, yeah, unfortunately, I had a question about the airport, and I forget what it was, so I'll wait till tomorrow to do that one. Sorry. Thank you.
Any other discussion items? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Item carries. Next item, please.
Referral 18-0158.
Moved by Legislator DeFlorio, seconded by Legislator Holland. Is there any discussion on this item? Legislator Baroth.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to the administration, I looked at the referral, and I noticed that the grants are going to be used to indicate what I identify as being 4 different things. The oxygenation project, the geological survey cooperative agreement for stream monitoring, and then stormwater public education, and then erosion and repair projects. Is that correct? Those are the 4 basic breakdown for what the grant is going to cover, through the chair?
Through the chair, that's correct.
Thank you. And through the chair of the administration, is all this work going to be a collaborative effort between the county and the Soil and Water Conservation District, or is it strictly the Soil and Water Conservation District doing this work?
Through the chair, it's collaborative.
It's collaborative. And then finally, through the chair of the administration, well, actually not finally, sorry. Through the chair of the administration, do you have a listing yet of all the projects going to receive funding from this that the Soil and Water Conservation District will work on, or is that yet to be determined? And I'm thinking particularly about the erosion and repair projects, which I would expect would be identified as they're identified.
Through the chair, we don't have them identified as of yet, but we're developing that list.
Okay, so that's yet to be determined, hasn't been determined yet.
That's correct.
Thank you. And then finally, through the chair of the administration, going to the second page of the referral, and the third item is to put $176,000 into the Pure Waters Industrial Waste Fund Center. And my question is, the $56,600 that's going to be used for the contract with the Soil and Water Conservation District, is that coming out of that same fund center, through the chair? Money in, money out?
Yeah. It is.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman. we were talking. Can you repeat the question, please?
Absolutely. On page 2 of the referral, the Pure Waters Industrial Waste Fund Center receives about $176,000 from the grants from Oswego, and then we're going to have a contract with the Monroe County Pure Waters District for about $56,000. My question is the money that goes into that fund center just going to turn around $56,000 worth and then go out again in form of the contract through the chair?
Sorry about that, Mr. Chairman. The answer is yes.
Thank you. And then finally, I mean it this time, sorry, the rest of the funds, which are approximately $100 and some thousand, that's going to be used to pay for our end of the collaborative work, correct, through the chair?
Through the chair, that's correct.
Thank you very much.
Legislator Mafucci.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through the chair to the administration, is there a county water quality management plan?
Chair, through the chair, no, not at present.
Thank you.
Any other discussion regarding this referral? Legislator Burrow.
Thank you. Does, through the chair of the administration, does the county anticipate establishing a water quality management plan in the near future?
Through the chair, no, we don't anticipate a county-wide program. However, we do and are developing them on a watershed-specific basis.
Oh. So, through the chair of the administration, do we currently have, I believe, 3 different plans then for the different water basins through the chair?
Yeah. Through the chair, we have at least 8 plans at this point in time.
And they're water basin specific, correct, through the chair?
Through the chair, correct.
Thank you very much.
Any other discussions regarding this referral? Hearing none. Thank you. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Item carries. There being no other matters regarding the May 21st, 2018 meeting of the Environment and Public Works Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Environment and Public Works Committee will be held on Monday, June 25th, 2018 at 5:45 p.m.